All right, shalom, shalom. Just making sure the audio is good. Just give me a second. Shalom, shalom. All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baha'Rakakwadash. I would like to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do rule well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect in 1/3, pushing his 100% truth across the four winds so we can sit there like and make it to the kingdom. All right, I just came across this beautiful article, all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem El Shai. I like to pretty much just, use the internet as a tool to be a watchman. Okay, and I usually go through certain sites, certain platforms, and certain apps just to see what's going on. There's a lot of information. As the scriptures say, every morning does the Lord's judgment come to light. And I came across this article, which it came out April 7th. It's the 11th now. But I found this to be very beautiful. And as the title reads for this lesson, the Lord's word is not coming back void. Okay. And it's beautiful because in this article, all right, I believe this is by a man of Michael Snyder. Okay. And the article reads 4, 3, 2, 1. Is the countdown to our point of no return about to come to an end? And that's right. Okay. And why? Because the Bible has prophesied, okay, the end of this kingdom. And at that, the end has been declared from the beginning. So I'm actually going to start with that real quick. And I'm going to hit a few points in this article. And it's just beautiful, man. Okay. Yahweh Bashem El Shai is pouring his spirit, upon man. All right. First and foremost, his prophets. But, the Lord is having other people be in the spirit of, hey, they're contemplating, this has to be the end. Okay. So let's go to this. This is Psalms 55 and 11. I'm not going to make this lesson too long through the spirit, but we are going to bring out key points out on Ratazah for edification. This is Isaiah 55 and 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. And how does the Lord's word proceed out of his mouth? Okay, real quick. Let's go to Luke, the first chapter. Okay. The Lord always has prophets on the highways and hedges prophesizing. Okay. Prophesizing of, great calamities, destructions, wars. All right. Let's go to Luke 1 and 70 real quick. And then we'll jump back to that precept, okay? Because these are things that you should know, or at least want to know. This is Luke 1 and 70, as he, speaking about the Most High, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. You see, so the Lord always uses men and holy men moved by the Spirit, okay? So now let's go back to this. So this is how the Lord's word is being brought forth through the mouthpiece of the prophets. It says, so shall my word be that go forth out of my mouth, or the prophets. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the things whereto I sent it. Okay, so what is the word that's being sent forth that will not come back void? Okay, the end, the destruction. All right, great calamities. All right, which actually I also should get Jeremiah 28 and 8. Matter of fact, let me see that real quick. Okay, so the Lord is pouring his spirit out, and we can't do nothing but what? Prophesize. Okay. Yep. This is Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. And why? Because we are moved through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem El Shai to prophesize what has been declared from the beginning. Okay, so this is the Lord's word is not coming back void. What he has declared from the beginning, we are prophesizing, and we are literally witnessing in real time. Okay, and that's a beautiful title for a lesson. We are witnessing prophecy in real time, and we're going to go into this article, but I'm just building up a foundation before we dive into it. This is Isaiah 46 and 10. And I'll start at 9. It says, remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High, and there is none else. I am the Most High, and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning. This is why his word is not coming back void, because this is what's prophesied. This is what has been written to tell us what's going to come to pass. So everything that's happening now, people are moved in the spirit to only give you the answers, and those answers are only found in the Bible. Okay, they're only found in the Bible, and this article has biblical scriptures in it. Okay, so let's go back. Isaiah 46 and 10, declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. Okay, so the counsel of Yahweh Bashem El Shai is standing. All right, this is why he set the apostles last. Okay, and you know, there's nothing that these people, the unbelievers, the Christian community, what can they say? Okay, but you have the Lord's prophets who are moved through the Spirit to prophesize, and what has been declared from the beginning is literally happening before our face. Okay, so let's dive right into this. It says, do you feel like we are on the verge of a major tipping point? And you would have to, unless you have a very strong delusion, unless you are caught up in some vain glory or trying to uphold Egypt. Okay, you can feel it and you can see it. Okay, the economy, you see it through the economy, through the legislation, through these governmental administrations. All right, people, insiders, those that crunch numbers, the nayers and sayers, if you will, they know that something's coming. All right, and it says, if so, you are definitely not alone. I felt like the first few months of this year would be a time of relative stability, but now I believe that global events will really start to heat up again in a major way. And why? That is prophecy. Now, actually, let's get Job 14 before we keep reading, because I do want to pull a couple precepts as we read, and that's really what we should do through the Spirit, is whatever we're reading outside of the scriptures, we should be able to filter it with the scriptures. And that's one thing that Christians don't do. Okay, they don't filter what they speak through the Bible. Okay, we are supposed to use the Bible as our foundation. All right, this is what has been given to us. The things written aforetime were written for what? For our learning, that we will have comfort and hope. And everything that has been written aforetime is not only coming to pass, but through the wisdom and knowledge of that, we are comforted. Okay, we have the comforter. This is Isaiah 8 and 20, just to drive this point home. Isaiah 8 and 20, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. So if somebody is trying to talk to you on a biblical standpoint without bringing out scriptures, they have no light. Okay, and the Most High is not dealing with them. All right, let's go back to this. And first and foremost, they would have to be an Israelite, and at that a man, and at that a teacher. Okay, so going back, it says, interestingly, Saturday was the only day when the calendar will read 4, 3, 2, 1. And guess what? That Saturday, we were at camp. Okay, the Lord had his men out on the highways and byways, compelling them to come in. Okay, telling Israel to repent. The kingdom is nigh. So as we were out teaching this significant date, if you will, which they are using, and the Lord put that spirit, because I actually saw that kind of looming around. People were mentioning this, the 4, 3, 2, 1, and I said, "Oh, isn't that funny?" Or they would say, "Isn't that a coincidence?" So this is beautiful. 4, 3, 2, 1 for the next 100 years. I don't know if that means anything or not, but a lot of people on social media were commenting that 4, 3, 2, 1 sounds an awful lot like some sort of countdown. And that's exactly what this is. This is a countdown. Okay, this is a countdown to the wicked, to the wicked's rulership coming to an end. Okay, like an hourglass effect. Esau, Edom, is on his last grain of sand in his rulership, man. Okay, just how in ancient time they would use the hourglass, the sand dropping. Well, Esau's he's on his way out, man. Okay, because why? The end was declared from the beginning. Esau is the end of the world, and not the world as in its entirety, because the scriptures tell you that the earth abideth forever. But the world that it's speaking about is his rulership, the world, the age, this eon. Okay, you have many ages that have came and went, and we are literally witnessing in real time the age of wickedness coming to an end, man. So this is beautiful. What a beautiful time to be alive, to see the fall, all right, of our enemies. Okay, as the scriptures say, 9 things do I count in my heart to be happy, but in the 10th, it speaks about the what? The fall of an enemy. Okay, so for us to see these things, this is beautiful. All right, so let's keep reading. Actually, I did want to get one more, but let me just keep reading. It says, perhaps it's just a coincidence. Now, I had looked up coincidence quite some time back through the spirit, and it's actually beautiful because people say, "Oh, that's not a coincidence." But on the contrary, the word coincidence literally means to fall upon together, as in things to fall together. Okay, so this is a coincidence because it's falling in line what has been prophesied. So this is a coincidence, okay, which is beautiful. Perhaps it's just a coincidence that we crossed that day at such a critical time in our history, but without a doubt, I do believe that we are rapidly approaching our point of no return. Yeah, Esau, Edom is approaching his point of no return. This is Job 14:5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. And you know what that makes me think about? Genesis, the 6th chapter, where wickedness was so heavy in the earth that the Most High had to shorten man's lifespan. That's how wicked it was that the Most High had to put a time limit on the lifespan of man. Okay, and since I said that, which you can read Genesis 6, but what I do want to do is go to Job, stay in the book of Job, but let's go to the 20th chapter. Okay, let's go to the 20th chapter and let's hold that right here. And let's read just a little more. So this guy is in the spirit, man. Okay, he's in the spirit, believing, hey, man, we are at the end, and we are. But Yahweh Shai also prophesies this to us as well. So let's go to Matthew's 24 real quick. But I'm going to switch it up, and instead of reading Matthew's 24, I'm going to go to Luke 21. Okay, but I want a key point in Matthew's 24 because we have to watch. We have to see, and we also have to thank Yahweh Bashem Shai for the ability to see, because not everybody can see these things. Think about Elisha and his servant. He had to pray to the Father to open up his servant's eyes to see that them that are with us are more than are with them. Okay, speaking about what? The chariots. So we have a spiritual inkling, okay, or unction to know these things, and that is a blessing. We are in the know. Okay, a lot of people, majority of people, 2/3 of our own people, they do not know or have the spirit to understand the severity of what's going on. This is Matthew 24:3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? Now, what he goes into those signs, or the end of the world, the end of the age, and the end of who? Esau. So we have the clues. We've been given, okay, the signs to what to know is when the end shall be. And this article is literally going in to these signs that were told to us. It's right here in our face, and we're seeing it in real time. So what I want to do is go to Luke, all right, to kind of dive into it because, like I said, this guy Mike is in the spirit, man. And there's a lot of times where these articles, when you read them, the things they say, they have to use what they're claiming also on a biblical standpoint. Okay, so let's keep reading. Watch this right here. See, one of the major themes in the months ahead will be wars and rumors of wars. That's literally only found in the Bible. So we are in a time to where man, woman, they can only explain things now on a biblical standpoint. All right, they're not going to be able to go to whatever, any hundreds of books that you can find on a Sonetta channel or a House of Unconsciousness. Okay, now man is forced to have to explain things biblically. But those secrets are only given to who? The prophets, you see. But the Lord is pouring His Spirit out where they are kind of tying things in because it's so evident. Okay, he's going into it. You got the Ukraine situation with Russia, and now U.S. is pushing more tanks there. So America is letting you know that they're getting involved in war. Okay, so let's keep reading. It says, by now, most of us know about the coup that happened in Myanmar. And what's that? Uproars of the people earlier this year. Da 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 da. Let's go down. It says, well, on Monday, social media was buzzing about videos that reportedly show Chinese forces have actually crossed into Myanmar. Right, so let's keep going. These are rumors. These are threats. These are rumors of wars. These are uproars as well. Now look at this one. This is a good one. Meanwhile, the UK and the European Union. Who's the European Union? The EU. The EU is what? The beast. Okay, Romans 13 should come to mind, and also Romans 17, because I do want to make a quick point, because it says European Union are promising to support the Ukrainians, just like the US, in their conflict against who? Mother Russia. Now, I also want to say this. We always talk about the conflict between the U.S. with Iran, North Korea. But remember, you also have to remember the beast is prophesied to devour the whore with fire. And who is the beast? NATO, the EU. Okay, so they are also a part of this. You see, so it's going to come a point where the EU is going to turn on the whore, because the EU is prophesied as what? The beast, with NATO and EU as the beast. And we know that the whore, or the virgin daughter of Babylon, is America. So this is all biblical prophecies that are coming to fruition. And as he stated, wars and rumors of wars, right? So before I keep reading, okay, let's make this point. This is a situation that will be monitoring. He says, this is a situation that I will be monitoring very closely, because I believe that it has very serious implications for the United States. And guess what? You are not wrong, my friend. Another major theme in the months ahead will be pestilence. Alarms should be going off. This is Matthew 24. This is 2nd Ezra 15. This is Luke 21. And this is prophecy. And this is beautiful, man. Call all Yahweh Shemal Shai. Let's go up to 7. Luke 21 and 7. And it reads, and they asked him, saying, Master, but when shall these things be? And what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass? And he said, take heed that ye be not deceived, right? Don't be deceived by the Christian community. Don't be deceived by the Sonettas. Don't be deceived by the serpent's message. Don't be deceived by the vocabs. Don't be deceived by this so-called apologist. Don't be deceived by reparations. Don't be deceived by BLM and equal rights, right? For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, right? The anointed, and the time draweth near. Go ye not therefore after them, but when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, or in Matthew 24, it says wars and rumors of wars, and that word rumor means threats, and that's what we're seeing, a lot of major threats, okay? And it says wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by, right? Because we can talk about war all day, all right, but like our elder apostles emphasize, and we have to as well, is remember, you ain't going to see the end yet until the mandatory marking of the beast. And that's one thing I'll say too. Now, this guy is making beautiful points, but he doesn't have the whole picture. He's not talking about the dollar collapsing. He's not talking about the economy, going under. He's not talking about the mandatory marking of the beast, but he is mentioning the pestilence. Now, I'm not going to read this, but you brothers can see that, okay? You can read that in your heads, but I can't say that because what's another prophecy coming? The famine of the word. There's certain words we can't say, or the video will be taken down. The modern day book burning is taking place. Okay. So, I wanted to use this article also to bring out to show what the Lord has had written down and has moved us to speak. We are seeing it in real time, so it's beautiful, man. But remember, the mandatory marking of the beast has to happen as well before the destruction of Babylon will commence. Okay, so I don't want to continue in Luke 21 yet. Well, I'll read 10, but 11 I want to wait because I'm going to read a little more in the article. Luke 21 and 9. Again, but when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Revelations. The second woe was past. Behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Right, because the second woe was not even 100 years ago. All right. Right here, you brothers seen this. Another major theme in the months ahead will be what? Pestilence, as we're going to read. Despite the fact, you brothers see that. I can't say it because they'll get us. It says, oh, you see this? The mutation, right? So this is the beginning of sorrows. Okay. See, look, deadlier. I can't say it, but you see it. I want to give another point though. Uh, right here. It says Earth changes will be a third major theme that will be prominent in the months ahead. In recent weeks, I've written numerous articles about the volcanic eruptions and large earthquakes which have been taking place all over the globe. And that's another sign of Yahweh Shai's return. Earthquake. On Monday, it was California's turn for some shaking. Two sizable earthquakes shook Los Angeles that included one magnitude 4.0. Okay. And look what time it happened at. Very spiritual. Very spiritual. Okay. So let's see. It says, but someday we will see a history changing earthquake happen along the West Coast. And once that happens, the geography of California will never be the same again. Okay, so this guy, hey, he's in the spirit. And why? Because that's prophecy. Let's get Job. I do want to, or not Job, we got to get Joel. So let's read this verse. Luke 21 and 11. And great earthquakes, see, and great earthquakes shall be in divers places, and famines and pestilences and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. All right, that's what the scriptures tell you, and that's what we've been saying through the Spirit. And now the Lord is using man, all right, to prophesize these things. Now, are they the prophets of the Lord? No, but are they in the spirit to prophesize? Yes. Okay, and these things are going to increase, just like the days coming, the days that led up to Yahweh's crucifixion. Pontius Pilate's wife was plagued with dreams about Yahushua. So great, visions are being poured upon people. Okay, so let's go to Joel 2 and 28 just to prove that point. This is why, we look at these articles. I go through certain apps and read what people say, and I filter it through the scriptures. You see, are they going to be 100% correct or have the 100% truth? No, but they will have points where they're almost spot on. This is where we come in through the Spirit and just filter it through the Bible. Okay, this is Joel 2 and 28. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh. So, hey, the Lord will give visions to heathens. Okay, the Lord will give visions to heathens. All right, does that mean that they're of the elect? No, but the Lord is pouring His Spirit where they can't help it. Okay, because we're coming to a time where the earth will know that Yahweh Bashim Shai exists, man. Okay, right now the wicked is doing their little this and their little that. But we're in the time where the Lord is showing man and the pride of man, hey, you are a creature, I am the creator. And your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions. Just give me a moment. All right, Salakia for that. I'm just going to get a couple more and this should wrap up the lesson. And it says, and also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit. And that's exactly what's happening. Okay, you have brothers that are having dreams, brothers that are having visions, even their wives, even their children. Okay, now not every dream or vision you have, we do a lesson on, but I'm just using this to show you the Most High is pouring his spirit out. And I found this article to be beautiful exactly for that. And real quick, I just saw something and we have to make mention because this is prophecy as well. Before I end this article, I also want to strongly urge everyone to keep watching Israel. What? The least of the flock shall draw them out. This is biblical prophecy, because I believe that in the months ahead we're going to see things happen in Israel that are of absolutely critical importance, and that is very true. Okay, because the third war is going to commence with the least of the flock, the virgin daughter, pretty much against the world. Okay, because even the allies of the virgin daughter, those that were Confederate thee, will bring thee to the border. Okay, they're going to turn on this place, man. And the least of the flock is going to draw them out because they keep sticking their neck out. All right, and ultimately, the least of the flock is planning, to turn on its own people in itself. The red horse, they shall kill one another. So the Lord is literally having Esau fight within himself. Okay, they're a divided nation and kingdom. Let's get this real quick. Job 20 and 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. And that's what we're in. We're in a moment of the hypocritical joy of the wicked man Esau Edom. This is why we have to prophesy, because no matter what, prophecy is going to come to pass. Okay. I always like to kind of use this as an analogy. Like when you go to an arcade, that machine that has all the coins in it and it's got that steel wall and it keeps just pushing the coins, pushing them. Hey, that's how the Lord is, man. So either you're going to roll with the Lord or get rolled on, because no matter what, prophecy is going to come to pass. That's why we have to do our due diligent work, okay, and push this truth and pray to Yahweh Shai to not take this spirit from us, because hey, it's coming to pass. And I just want to read this real quick. I'm going to wrap it up. Prophecy is a one of the most important things that we have to teach and do in this ministry. Okay, yes, we can tell our people they're Israel and the laws and this, but hey, the most important thing at the end of the day is prophecy. This is 2 Ezra 15 and 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Talking about the scriptures. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity, right, or the unbelief of them trouble thee that spake against thee, right? It doesn't matter if someone else doesn't believe this. It doesn't matter if other people don't think this is going to come to pass. This is why the secret is that much greater when we have it, because the rest of the world doesn't have it. And I'm talking about the world of Israel. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For the wickedness has exceedingly polluted the earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. And there you go. So we are witnessing the end in real time. The hurtful works are fulfilled. The prophets are out speaking and have spoken. All right, the elect is being sealed, and the judgment will commence. So there's just a few more prophecies that we are hastily waiting on. And as you look at this pocket watch, you can look at this as a clock of prophecy. This is a prophecy. This is a prophecy. That's a prophecy. So just like a student is watching the clock in a classroom, so are we. All right. And this thing is moving very quickly. So continue to watch, continue to pray, continue to repent, and call upon the Lord while he's near, because great judgment is coming to this place. So I pray that you brothers and you few sisters, you were edified and moved through the spirit as I was. And I just want to say, call halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baharakat double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do rule well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. With that being said, shalom.